Coco Gauff taking on Paula Badosa in the Australian Open quarterfinals. And guys, I'm not going to lie, when I first saw the draws for this year's tournament, I was praying, please let me see this matchup. I am so excited for this matchup just because of what these ladies possess style-wise, right? We'll start with Coco Gauff, right, who's probably, in my opinion, the favorite to win this year's Australian Open, right? Gauff is playing so well. She's on top of her game. Whatever sort of holes we thought of Gauff's game in the past, like, you know, does her forehand fail her at times or way too much? Her serve could be inconsistent. All that, whatever loose end she's had, she's now tied up. She is playing flawlessly. Now, she did lose a set in her last matchup, showing that she is vulnerable, if you will, but she did what the great champions do. She came back and steamrolled after that, so she had her a bit of adversity. She faced it, got through that hurdle. I really love the way that Gauff is playing right now, and again, in my opinion, based on the way she's playing, the favorite to win this year's Australian Open. But here's the thing, guys. On the other side of the net is going to be Paula Badosa. And we've been waiting for some time. When was Badosa going to start breaking out? I know she had injuries and whatnot. The answer is now. It kind of started at the end of 2024. She started playing very well. Now that carried into 2025. Now she's looked very good so far here in 2025 and very good in this year's Australian Open too. She is playing very, very well. Now part of that has to do with the surface, right? Australian Open, quicker paced hard courts, even though there's been the sort of controversy what Jessica Pegula said about having clay-like feel to it. I know some other players have shot that kind of down, but nonetheless, right, these surfaces, right, these faster-paced surfaces are going to favor the game of somebody like Paula Badosa, who wants to have the big first serve, who wants to play with the power game and her return game. It's all set up for it. And that's why I like this matchup, right? The power game of Badosa versus the fitness and the ability to keep balls back in play in Coco Gauff makes for a good matchup on paper. But here's the thing that I'm really looking out for in this matchup. It has nothing to do with any sort of X's and O's of the game or the power matchup versus the return game matchup. I'm not really so much of that. For me, it's going to be the mental side of Paula Badosa. Because here's the thing. We know with Gauff, she's mentally strong. She's won a Grand Slam before, won the WTA finals last year, playing very well right now. She's going to be fine. The moment's not going to be too big for her. But Badosa, I feel like we've seen her in some big moments kind of crumble underneath it a little bit, right? Look at last year's U.S. Open in that quarterfinal matchup with Emma Navarro. She was steamrolling Navarro in that second set, appeared to be rolling there and absolutely collapsed and just awful, right? That was as bad of a collapse as it could get. We've also seen her go against her best friend in Irina Sabalenka a few times last year, and it was always Sabalenka dominating that matchup. And I get it, the matchup, though, power versus power. You're not ever outpower Sabalenka, but still, nonetheless, we've seen her in these bigger matchups kind of fall a little bit. Can Badosa get over the hump? That's what I want. If Badosa can get over this hump and beat somebody in a stage like this, look out, because she has the tools, guys. She absolutely has all the tools to be one of the best players in the world and definitely to win a Grand Slam with that power game that she has. But again, can she get over that hump? This is a good matchup on paper. It's a good one stylistically. I'm really looking forward to this one. Again, my official prediction, I'm sure you guys could tell already, I think Coco Gauff's the favorite to win, and I'm going to stick with that. So I'm going to go Coco Gauff to get the win. But still, this one's probably the most exciting quarterfinal matchup that we have out there. So I'm looking forward to it. Can't wait to see how it all plays out at this year's Australian Open.